Coming up, since the beginning of this year, Kazakhstan has earned more than $8 billion through trade with the Economic Cooperation Organization. The parties discuss new prospects for food cooperation at the summit in Ashgabat. No resource sectors of the economy are driving the growth of investment activity in Kazakhstan. Which countries are investing in Kazakh industries? Find out tonight. Keepers of national jewelry art traditions. How do domestic jewelers revive the secrets of their ancestors in the era of globalization? Watch our news digest. Kazakh Prime Minister proposed to develop the food security program of the Economic Cooperation Organization during the 15th ECO Leaders Summit in Ashgabat. In this speech, he noted that total trade turnover of Kazakhstan with the organization member states has grown by 31% over the past 9 months, which is more than $8 billion. According to the head of the government, the program provides for the creation of joint production processes in agricultural sector inclusively. In addition, PM offered to work out a strategy for the cooperative development of economies that would take into account the challenges of COVID-19 and the strategic objectives of the post-pandemic period. At a meeting with President of Turkmenistan Gurbanguly Berdimuhamedov, Askar Mamin discussed issues of cooperation between the two countries in trade, economic investment, energy transit and transport, as well as agricultural fields. The amount of foreign direct investment attracted by Kazakhstan in the first 6 months of this year totaled at more than $11 billion. Last year, over the same period, the country attracted 30.4% less of foreign investments, approximately $8.5 billion in US currency. According to experts, the mining industry has become one of the main drivers of investment activity growth in the country.
Важным сигналом для потенциальных инвесторов становится наличие цифровых услуг для административных процедур.
В разрезе стран больше всего привлекаем инвестиции с Нидерландов. За первое полугодие этого года доля этой страны.
In terms of countries, the majority of all attracted investments come from the Netherlands. Over the first half of this year, its share comprised 29.6%, followed by the US 18.8%. Next comes Switzerland, Russia and the United Kingdom. In terms of industries, the mining industry is in the lead. Its share is about 50%. The manufacturing industry is in the second place, about 19%. In the context of the regions, direct foreign investments flow into Atyrau region, the city of Almaty. The top 5 also includes East Kazakhstan, West Kazakhstan and Pavlodar regions.
Иностранные инвестиции у нас в Атыраускую область, город Алматы. Также в пятерке у нас Восточно-Казахстанская область, ЗКО и Павлодарская область.
In general, over the years of independence, more than $670 billion have been attracted to the country. Kazakhstan currently develops the concept of a new investment policy until 2025. 795 cases of the coronavirus infection were detected in Kazakhstan in the past 24 hours. The highest number of 112 infected people were reported in the capital. 106 cases were registered in Karaganda region. North Kazakhstan region came third this time. 103 people caught the infection there. Since the beginning of the pandemic, the number of COVID-19 cases registered in the country has exceeded 970,000. According to the Kazakh Health Ministry, nearly 27,000 patients in Kazakhstan continue to receive treatment for coronavirus. About 6,000 out of them are in hospitals of the country. 8,058,293 people have been fully vaccinated with both components in Kazakhstan to date. New variant raises new concerns. People who have had coronavirus are at high risk of being infected with the new Omicron strain, the World Health Organization said. However, it has not been reported whether the mutation is more contagious than other variants or whether it can lead to complications. South Africa, which was the first country to detect the strain, reported an increasing number of hospitalizations. The WHO continues to conduct epidemiological studies, more specifically on the impact of mutation on vaccines. The European Union declared the need to assess the consequences of the newly detected variant, as well as take precautions. The main priority is the increase of the immunization rates.
We know not all about this variant, but it is a variant of concern. And the scientists and manufacturers need 2 to 3 weeks to have a full picture about the quality of the mutations of this Omicron variant. First and foremost, highest priority is vaccinate as much as is possible, because this boosting or vaccination raises the level of antibodies and stimulates the memory cells for COVID viruses.
Israel closed its borders for foreign nationals today. The decision, valid for 2 weeks, is related to the emergence of the new coronavirus mutation Omicron. The country's internal security agency will begin tracking the location of those infected with the new variant. The geolocation will be identified through the mobile phones of citizens. The corresponding decree has already been signed by Israeli Prime Minister Naftali Bennett. Such tracking will be on effect until December 2nd. Morocco is temporarily halting its air traffic with other countries due to the spread of the new variant, the country's Ministry of Foreign Affairs reported. The measure has been imposed for 2 weeks so far. During this period, the authorities will monitor the situation and decide whether to extend or lift the ban on international flights. 30 years of independence, peace, harmony, nation of united future. The success of Kazakhstan's model of inter-ethnic harmony over the past 3 decades was discussed at an international conference of the Assembly of People of Kazakhstan. The event was dedicated to 2 upcoming holidays, Day of the First President and the anniversary of the country's independence. The conference was attended by members of the Kazakhstan's Ethnic Assembly, representatives of embassies, heads of ethnocultural associations, state and public figures. The experts discussed relevant issues of modern ethnic policy, international cooperation in culture and the formation of tolerance in the era of globalization. According to the member of Majlis, Natalia Dementieva, today Kazakhstan has all conditions for the progress of every citizen, regardless of nationality, and also equal opportunities to preserve culture, traditions, and customs for every ethnic group.
Благодаря мудрой политике, дальновидности Ельбаса.
Of course, we made it thanks to the wise policy foresight of the first president and his competently pursued policy on the establishment of the Kazakhstan's Ethnic Assembly as a unique institution that maintains inter-ethnic unity. Today, we surely say that indeed we achieved remarkable results under the guidance of our leader of the nation. Representatives of many nationalities live in the country in peace and harmony. The originality of each ethnic group living on the territory of our country is a model for many people.
Самобытность каждого этноса, проживающего на территории нашей страны, является для многих примером.
Culture Days of Kazakhstan will take place in Dubai, announced President of the Tourism Organization in the United Arab Emirates, Leila Rahal El Atfani. She visited Nur-Sultan for a purpose to sign an agreement on collaboration in tourism sector. The country's main city made an excellent impression on the guests. Leila Rahal El Atfani is confident that the capital has enormous potential for the development of tourist destinations. This is possible thanks to the structured strategy. For this, it's necessary to establish business contacts with foreign representatives of the industry and organize various events, especially among women entrepreneurs of the 2 countries. Kazakhstan also intends to hold the Day of UAE. Such cultural events will further strengthen partnerships.
Kazakhstan is a beautiful land and have a beautiful history, and Nur-Sultan is the heart of Kazakhstan, and definitively we're going to bring a lot of groups to see the beauty and the hospitality and the capacity of achievement in Nur-Sultan. And we plan to make some things with the women empowerment, art and culture, because I see that Nur-Sultan is a reach for a lot of monuments, conferences, trade center, and especially Kaz Expo is beautiful. We can do a lot of things and bring people here as investor, and also we can bring people as visitor for tourism, because it's amazing.
The secrets of the national jewelry art and ancient technologies are carefully kept in the family of Utepkali Umirov from Mangistau region. He has been engaging in this delicate craft for more than 30 years. Over this time, the master made almost 200,000 rings, earrings, national head garments and talismans, and taught the art of making jewelry to his two sons. Today, the fame of the beauty and exclusivity of the products of the dynasty has spread throughout the country. Orders even come from the US and Europe.
Істегеніме балдарымды қызықтырғаныма мен қуанам. Мен қаншама осы шеберхананы жабдықтадым.
I am glad that I am doing this, that I taught my children. My father passed on the knowledge to me and my grandfather passed it on to him. We continue the family business. Jewelry is not just a profession. You need to be calm, patient and organized. You put a piece of your soul into the item. A person will wear jewelry for years and it should always be in style.
Істеген екен, мен бұны қалай былай басқаша қылып шығаруым керек. Техникасын басқаша дамытып жатырмыз. Бұл жұмыста ергішгер керек.
Осы шеберханада дүниеге келдік. Осы
We
шеберханада
were born in this workshop. We literally grew up with the jewelry's hammer in our hands. I want to become as skillful a master as my father. Making jewelry is a lot of work. It is knowledge of special technologies. Our goal is to make something valuable. They can be appreciated even 100 and 200 years later. Another keeper of national handicraft traditions lives in the West Kazakhstan region. Ukuzhan Tanabayeva makes unique souvenirs from animal bones. To this day, they are given sacred meaning. Each of her items is a reflection of the culture and history of the Kazakh people. The craftswoman works on each for at least half a month. After all, even the preparation of bone material is hard and painstaking work, the woman admits.
Это кость, которая называется коржилек. Основываясь на этой кости, я создала целый проект.
This is a radius bone. Based on this bone, I have created a whole project, Bereke Baylıq Bakıt. The revival of past traditions, the preservation of the value and culture of our people is my main goal. This is a tree of life. It consists of 75 bones, particularly radius bones, and each branch consists of 3 bones. There are 25 branches. For Kazakhs, 25, 13, 37 are sacred numbers. I want to keep the sacred meaning in every composition.
37 – это сакральные числа. Я в каждой композиции хочу сохранить сакральный смысл.
Young Kazakh and foreign singers performed the famous songs Kozimning Karası by Abay and Karaturgay by Akan Seri. The results of the international competition Innermost Strings of the Soul was summarized in Nur-Sultan. Performers from Indonesia, Turkey, China, Russia, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and of course Kazakhstan took part in the creative contest dedicated to the day of the first president of the country. Participants from abroad were able to compete in online format. The contestants performed not only traditional folk songs, but also favorite compositions of the first president and his own works. In total, more than 200 participants aged from 12 to 17 have submitted applications. 30 winners and 1 Grand Prix owner have been selected. The contest has been held since 2015. Over 3,000 people have participated in it all this time.
Конкурстың бір ерекшелігі бұл арнайы түрде музыка өнерімен айналысып жүрген балалардың емес.
One of the peculiarities of this contest is in the fact that it is not held among those children engaged in music, but among students of ordinary secondary schools. According to the jury members, there is always a special energy in songs performed by children. They express their warm feelings for the homeland, spiritual heritage and their people.
Халқына, өзіміздің туған жеріне деген сезімін білдіретіндей, танитындай боламыз.